Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today to celebrate Maat and her role in the universe. She was and is the backbone and pillar of the soul's human behavior. She is the force by which your planet continues to spin and releases the human refuse into the cosmos, spinning it off into space in order to feed Amit and allow Amit to devour that which impedes human evolution and destroys the content of our souls. I hope you enjoy today's offering. Maat as a goddess. Maat was the goddess of harmony, justice, and truth, represented as a young woman, sitting or standing, holding a scepter, the symbol of power, in one hand, and an ankh, the symbol of eternal life, in the other. Sometimes she is depicted with wings on each arm, or as a woman with an ostrich feather on her head. The meaning of this feather is not certain, although the god Shu, Maat's brother, also wears a feather. Maat, depicted as a goddess, are shown from early as the middle of the Old Kingdom, circa 2680 to 2190. Funerary texts have often been used to guide the dead through the afterlife, and the most famous one is the Book of the Dead, or Papyrus of Ani, known as the Book of Coming Forth by Day. The lines of these texts are called the 42 Declarations of Purity. 42 Negative Confessions, the Papyrus of Ani. 1. I have not committed sin. 2. I have not committed robbery with violence. 3. I have not stolen. 4. I have not slain men and women. 5. I have not stolen grain. 6. I have not purloined offerings. 7. I have not stolen the property of the gods. 8. I have not uttered lies. 9. I have not carried away food. 10. I have not uttered curses. 11. I have not committed adultery. I have not lain with men. 12. I have made none to weep. 13. I have not eaten the heart. I have not grieved uselessly or felt remorse. 14. I have not attacked any man. 15. I am not a man of deceit. 16. I have not stolen cultivated land. 17. I have not been an eavesdropper. 18. I have slandered no man. 19. I have not been angry without just cause. 20. I have not debauched the wife of any man. 21. I have not debauched the wife of any man. Repeats the previous affirmation, but addressed to a different god. 22. I have not polluted myself. 23. I have terrorized none. 24. I have not transgressed the law. 25. I have not been wroth. 26. I have not shut my ears to the words of truth. 27. I have not blasphemed. 28. I am not a man of violence. 29. I am not a stirrer-up of strife, or a disturber of the peace. 30. I have not acted, or judged, with undue haste. 31. I have not pried into matters. 32. I have not multiplied my words in speaking. 33. I have wronged none, I have done no evil. 34. I have not worked witchcraft against the king, or blasphemed against the king. 35. I have never stopped the flow of water. 36. I have never raised my voice, spoken arrogantly, or in anger. 37. I have not cursed, or blasphemed, God. 38. I have not acted with evil rage. 39. I have not stolen the bread of the gods. 40. I have not carried away the kenfu cakes from the spirits of the dead. 41. I have not snatched away the bread of the child, nor treated with contempt the god of my city. 42. I have not slain the cattle belonging to the god. The assessors of Maat are the 42 deities listed in the Papyrus of Ibseni, to whom the deceased make the negative confession in the Papyrus of Ani. Negative confession in the Papyrus of Ani. They represent the 42 united names of Egypt and are called the hidden Maati gods, who feed upon Maat during the years of their lives, i.e., they are the righteous minor deities who deserve offerings. The deceased follows the set formula of negative confessions. He addresses each god directly and mentions the name of which the god is a patron, in order to emphasize the unity of the names of Egypt. The role of Mat for the deceased. According to ancient Egyptian belief, after a person dies, their soul was taken into the hall of double justice by the god of wisdom, Thoth. Here also is the presence of other gods like the Lord of the Dead, Osiris. Also there were 42 assessors or judges of Mat accompanying. The heart, which is touted to be the essence of any person, is weighed here in the scales of justice with a feather from the headdress of Mat on the other side. The balanced hearts were led to Osiris by Mat, where they were allowed to join with the celestial gods for all eternity. Mat ruled over all three worlds. Even the gods had to obey her rulings. Mat was central to the Egyptian understanding of the afterlife. One's fate after death was determined by one's adherence to the principles of Mat in life. The hearts of the dead were weighed against the single shoe feather, representing the concept of Mat, in the Hall of Two Truths. Book of the Dead illustrates the weighing of the heart, which shows Anubis as overseer of the weighing, and often with Mat looking on. Other traditions show that Anubis brought the soul before Osiris, who performed the actual weighing. The heart that was unworthy was devoured by Amit, and the owner condemned to remain in Duat, the underworld. People with pure hearts were sent on to Osiris and Aru. These declarations varied a bit from tomb to tomb because they were tailored to the individual and cannot be considered a canonical definition of Mat. Instead, they seem to express each tomb owner's individual practices and life to please Mat, as well as words of absolution from misdeeds or mistakes made by the tomb owner in life could be declared as not having been done, and through the power of the written word, and delete a particular misdeed from the afterlife record of the dead. Many of the lines are similar, however, and paint a very unified picture of Mat. The doctrine of Mat is represented in the declarations of the negative confessions. The conception of Mat is mostly strongly shown in the negative confessions that reveal the extent to which human lives were thought to depend upon her strict standards. 1. Hail, thou who strides along, who comest forth from Anu, I have not done iniquity. 2. Hail, thou who art embraced by flame, who comest forth from Karaba, I have not robbed with violence. 3. Hail, Fentu, who comest forth from Kimenu, I have not stolen. 4. Hail, devourer of the shade, who comest forth from Kernit, I have done no murder, I have done no harm. 5. Hail, Nehau, who comest forth from Rostau, I have not defrauded offerings. 6. Hail, God in the form of 2 lions, who comest forth from heaven, I have not minished oblations. 7. Hail, thou whose eyes are of fire, who comest forth from sword, I have not plundered the god. 8. Hail, thou flame, which comest and goest, I have spoken no lies. 9. Hail, crusher of bones, who comest forth from Sut and Henan, I have not snatched away food. 10. Hail, thou who shootest forth the flame, who comest forth from Heptarkar, I have not caused pain. 11. Hail, Kura, who comest forth from Amentet, I have not committed fornication. 12. Hail, thou whose face is turned back, who comest forth from thy hiding place, I have not caused shedding of tears. 13. Hail, Bast, who comest forth from the secret place, I have not dealt deceitfully. 14. Hail, thou whose legs are of fire, who comest forth out of the darkness, I have not transgressed. 15. Hail, devourer of blood, who comest forth from the block of slaughter, I have not acted guilefully. 16. Hail, devourer of the inward parts, who comest forth from Mabot, I have not laid waste the ploughed land. 17. Hail, Lord of right and truth, who comest forth from the city of right and truth, I have not been an eavesdropper. 18. Hail, thou who dost stride backwards, who comest forth from the city of Bast, I have not set my lips in motion against any man. 19. Hail, Sertu, who comest forth from Anu, I have not been angry and wrathful except for a just cause. 20. Hail, thou, being a twofold wickedness, who comest forth from Arti, I have not defiled the wife of any man. 21. Hail, thou two-headed serpent, who comest forth from the torture chamber, I have not defiled the wife of any man. 22. Hail, thou who dost regard what is brought unto thee, who comest forth from Paramsu, I have not polluted myself. 23. Hail, thou chief of the mighty, who comest forth from Amentet, I have not caused terror. 24. Hail, thou destroyer, who comest forth from Kisu, I have not transgressed. 26. Hail, thou Barbe, who comest forth from Uap, I have not stopped my ears against the words of right and truth. 27. Hail, Kinemti, who comest forth from Kenemet, I have not worked grief. 28. Hail, thou who bringest thy offering, I have not acted with insolence. 29. Hail, thou who orderest speech, who comest forth from Anaset, I have not stirred up strife. 30. Hail, Lord of faces, who comest forth from Nechfert, I have not judged hastily. 31. Hail, Sekiryu, who comest forth from Utan, I have not been an eavesdropper. 32. Hail, Lord of the two horns, who comest forth from Sais, I have not multiplied words exceedingly. 33. Hail, Nefert Mu, who comest forth from Heptarkar, I have done neither harm nor ill. Thank you for joining me today in order that we might honor Mat and the principles she embodies. I am hopeful that we may all adhere to her lovely precepts to promote truth and order wherever we go. Personally, I will keep her in my heart so that I will be mindful of my actions and how my heart will be weighed in the hall of truths. I hope that we all keep her in our minds and hearts and refrain from making false allegations about others. Thanks to Murph.ai for this app which facilitates these videos which are important to me and hopefully others. The voice used for this video is named Lily, and she is artificial intelligence. A special thanks to Matt for her efforts on the planet to keep its people upright within her declarations. Thank you to all my subscribers and viewers for joining me today. I wish all of you the very best, and please like, subscribe, share and comment if you like this video. Your presence is valued by me. Good day. Bye for now. Footnote: the doctrine of Mart is represented in the declarations. To Recti Murti Effend Mat and the 42 negative confessions listed in the Papyrus of Ani. This content is from Translations by E. A. Wallace Budge.